Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic and our Season of Mastery Shaman playthrough. We are northwest of Thunderbluff today. We have a few things to work on. We need some feathers from the harpies out here. I'm also investigating these quests. Questie seems to be a little bit weird in where it shows available quests. Like this one I can't quite figure out if this is something that moves around. The Demon Scarred Cloak. Oops. Not the button I wanted. Find someone who knows of Ghost Howl. Yeah, see, I have no idea what that means. I would love to find that quest. It just doesn't really seem like it's going to happen. Oh, you're a caster. Perfect. Let's get our buffs going. And one thing I want to talk about as we get going here, and then hopefully I won't have to really talk about it again, but since people kind of keep asking about it in comments, I figured I'd address it one more time. You know, I said that I thought the acquisition of Blizzard by Microsoft could be nothing but a good thing. But that isn't to be mistaken with me saying that I like Microsoft or that I think they're infallible. They have a couple of works you can point to. I pointed to Age of Empires 2 as something that they did really well when they remade it. That I think kind of shows their design philosophies of their present day gaming departments. However, that being said, they might make some amazing products. They probably make some really shit products. It's a corporation, right? Microsoft is a corporation. The point of a corporation is to make money. The point of a corporation isn't to make great games that you love and enjoy for decades. That being said, sometimes in the pursuit of making money, corporations have made great games that you've enjoyed for decades. It doesn't always happen that way, but sometimes it does. Even when it does, it doesn't mean that I like that corporation. I hate all corporations, and I wish they didn't exist. The only purpose of a corporation is to make money at the expense of everything else. The happiness of their workers, the viability of a product, the sustainability of a product. None of it matters more than just making money. Lots and lots of money. And so, you know, by that token, all corporations are inherently soulless, evil entities that we shouldn't like. We should not love them. We should not like them. It is not to them that we should be giving our support. I hope that makes sense and makes my stance pretty clear. Microsoft taking over all of Blizzard IPs, it can't make it worse. It has to make it better because Blizzard has already done such a terrible job. Not because Microsoft is so amazing at making games, just because Blizzard and Activision have really, you know, ran the ship into the iceberg, so to speak. And yeah, that's all I really want to say about it. We will have to wait and see exactly what happens. But please, guys, don't stand up for corporations, okay? Don't stand up for Blizzard. Don't stand up for Microsoft. Don't stand up for any of them. They don't give a crap about you. And they probably don't give a crap about the games that they make that you love. Care about the games and care about the art in the games. Care about the individual developers, the human beings who work on those games. But please, please don't stand up for a corporation. And so, yeah, I think that's really all that I have to say about that. So if you leave me a comment asking me how I feel about the Microsoft acquisition of Blizzard and I don't respond to it, it's not to be rude, but I've really said all I want to say about it. I'm not really the kind of Warcraft channel that really wants to get really into the news and really have those big discussions about stuff like that. Obviously, like, when things happen, I do tend to address them, like, briefly. But what I really want to focus on is just playing the game that I do enjoy. Look at this. We are already full. We're going to have to rethink today a little bit. Today needs to be rethought a little bit. I'm going to hearth back to Bloodhoof Village. We have stuff to turn in there. We have to visit our trainer. We have a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, I came out here mainly to find these other quests, but it's the same quest. It's also marked over here, so maybe Maybe this is a mob that paths around. Maybe it's a chance for a mob to be in a certain spot. I really don't know. But yeah, here we are.
Greetings.
See, Scorn has another quest for us. You are eager to explore, I can tell. I too had the lust to wander once. Wander and hunt, for hunting is a Tauren's greatest honor. If you truly wish to follow the ways of the hunter, then Melor Stonehoof can show you the path. He's in Thunderbluff.
Be careful.
Of course he is. Here we go, Call of Fire. Yeah, unfortunately, this takes us all the way to the Barrens. Some of you guys are going to hate this, but I'm not going to rush to do this. I'm going to do this when we're headed that way. So eventually we're going to have to go into the Barrens, right? And yeah, it's going to be then that I take this out. I don't think I'm going to make a separate trip. And if I were to make a separate trip, I would just go do it on my own, excuse me, off recording. Because I don't really want to run out there right now just to do this one thing. I understand getting our fire totem is kind of important. We can get like searing totem, which does a little bit of damage. Not really a huge deal, I don't think. How long has it been since you were last tested? Not really. It hasn't been that long. You have shown patience thus far in your studies, but the time has come for you to learn more. The time has come for you to learn about destruction and chaos. The element of fire is yours for the understanding if you are prepared to pay for it. Oh, I'm paying for it by being subjected to some of this quest text.
Walk with the earth, mother.
We can get Flame Shock, and here's Flame Tongue Weapon, and then, oh, we get Strength of Earth Totem. Oh, we don't get anything because we need to sell things because we have no money because we are broke.
Well met.
Here are your trophy swoop quills. Thank you so much.
The winds guide you.
The totem is ready, and again it is your task to perform the ritual. Go to the Thunderhorn Waterwell north of the village and use the Thunderhorn Cleansing Totem in your ritual.
We shall meet.
Okay, another cleansing the wells quest because of those awful goblins who just apparently have poisoned every single well, because what else would they do? They're goblins.
Looking for something special?
We don't need all of these armor kits, so I'm going to sell some of them. The wolf meat, I need to see. Can we do cooking here at one of these little fires? Can we do that? Is that a thing? Yeah, it is a thing. I should have done this already. This should have probably been what I worked on after being done yesterday and getting all these cooked, but I didn't. And so here we are, 15 more to go. We could talk about like other World of Warcraft news. We could talk about hints at the new expansion that have been leaked. So, you know, if any of you guys don't want any spoilers as far as the leaks, you should probably like fast forward a couple minutes. But yeah, it seems like from everything that everyone has been data mining, obviously Wowhead does a lot of the data mining. They're finding a lot of hints that the next expansion is going to heavily involve dragons. And so a lot of people think it's going to be the Dragon Isles. That would be really cool. Some people think it's going to be the Emerald Dream / the Dragon Isles. I'm just happy at the prospect of going back to Azeroth. I really hope we get away from the cosmic stuff. I don't really want to go to the Emerald Dream. I would love to come back to Azeroth and go to the Dragon Isles. Okay. That's fine. We have all of our meat cooked now, 35 out of 75. We need to find a vendor, right? We have some stuff to sell.
Peace, friend.
Get a quick repair in. We're gonna keep the meat. Yeah, we'll keep the meat. At least one stack of it. Okay. Now we should have enough to get a couple of skills here.
Peace, friend.
Okay, yeah, our skills are 4 silver each. So yeah, Strength of Earth Totem, sorry, we are waiting on that. Flame Shock, we can drag out here. Instantly sears the target with fire, causing 21 fire damage immediately and 28 fire damage over 12 seconds. Okay, and then we also got Flame Tongue Weapon. Imbue the Shaman's weapon with fire. Each hit causes 4.2 to 13 additional fire damage based on the speed of the weapon. Slower weapons cause more fire. So we want a slow weapon. I think we're going to go ahead and maybe start using this. Okay, and that is it. That's all we get for now. Okay, let's devise a little plan of action here. We can come over here and get Wind Fury Talons. We can come up to the Venture Company mine. We can work our way up and around, and we could just do kind of like a big enormous loop of the zone. Yeah, that seems like probably the best thing to do. Let's do that. We're gonna start down here in this southeastern little corner. And we'll see how that goes. Maybe while we're up here in the north, we'll figure out this Ghost Howl quest. And then we also have to get the Horn of Ereshkigal. This shows us a path. I'm assuming this is kind of like a path that the mob can walk when it's spawned. So that's interesting. But yeah, I feel like we're probably going to get the new expansion announcement pretty soon. BlizzCon would have normally been in November. Obviously, they then thought they were going to do another BlizzCon line in February, but that's not happening. So maybe by the end of February, sometime in March, maybe we'll get our announcement for the next expansion. Probably around the same time that patch 9.2 will come out. I'm really hoping that they do a proper epilogue patch to 9.2, where in 9.2 we can finish up with the Jailer storyline, finish up with the Shadowlands, and then do a big 9.2.5 where we go back to Azeroth and kinda actually lay the groundwork for once for a new expansion. And like, usually how they lay the groundwork for a new expansion is they release a frickin' book. And no offense to their books, some of their books are well done. The ones by Madeline Rowe and Questie Golden, those have been good. I've read some of them. But that's not really the way I want to see the setup done for the new expansion. I want to see the setup done in the game. Take me back to Azeroth. Tell me what's going on with the factions, with the races. Who's doing what, and why. And kind of just lay that character groundwork. Who am I going to be interacting with? Let's start building some of those characters up now. Yeah, that's my hope. Will they do that? You know, probably not. They've never done a proper epilogue patch, in my opinion, before. So I don't really know why. Well, what it'll be is like they'll do a 0.5, but it'll be like 5 quests and some stay and listen text. As opposed to a proper, like, Suramar-sized, fleshed-out campaign with some, like, in-game cutscenes. It won't be that, but that's what it needs. I don't think I've ever seen these harpies before. There aren't a lot of them. It's kind of like a smaller area where they're hanging out over here. There is a battered chest that we're going to go for. Luckily, these trees don't count as line of sight. We can blast right through them. They are not impediments. Kind of wondering with the new expansion if we're going to get a new race. There were some leaks that hinted that maybe we would get like black dragons as a playable race. And kind of set up similar to Worgen, except that you'd be in your human form basically all the time. Except for traveling and a couple other things. I don't think that leak is real, but it could be. Yeah, we haven't had any more allied races in a while. They kind of actually said that they weren't really going to do anymore, that it was a Battle for Azeroth feature. Why would you stop introducing new races to your game? Like, you have so many races already that I think people want to see as playable. Why don't we work on some of those? I think we're going to take out, like, every harpy over here and not have all of our items. That could happen. Let's get a little bit of mana back. Yeah, the drop rate is it's surprisingly bad. it's actually kind of funny how bad it is. I don't really know which one is better to use at this level, if we should be prioritizing Flame Shock and getting that damage over time. I guess it depends on if we need the interrupt. Maybe we use Flame Shock unless we need the interrupt. Don't really know. Yeah, Flame Shock even costs more, so I'm not sure if we should be using it or not. Maybe just getting that big burst of damage on Earth Shock is what we need. Let's see. I think that's... This can go up. That can probably go down just a little bit. Okay. That's better. Well, we need 2 more, and all of these guys are gone. Let's circle back to the little alcove we came from and see if anybody has respawned over that way. Yeah, we got a couple of respawns. And hey, there we go. That's the last one that we need. Alright, let's go to the north. I think now we're going to go ahead and take on the venture company at the mine up here. Seems like a good idea, and I'm excited to see that area as I've never seen it before. Should be a good time. Hopefully it's a big, deep cave that we can get utterly lost in. Okay, on second thought, are we headed back to town first? Can't do anything here. Can I... Is this going to clear out any space? Okay, it did make a single space. Okay, yeah, in that case, guys, we have to go back to town. We have to go back to town, and this time when we go back to town, we are going to buy another bag. And maybe that way we will be able to stay out in the field a little longer. It is kind of rough to only be able to do the one quest and then have to run back, but yeah, I'm not going to just leave a bunch of stuff on the ground. It's worth it to go back and kind of recoup, sell everything. We can make some bandages, although I might just let that run at the end of the video. What we really need is, like, wouldn't it be cool if you could have access to, like, your bank from different towns? That would be cool. Even if we had just an introductory flight point that only took us between Bloodhoof Village and Thunderbluff, And then you can do the same thing in every starting zone. Like, you could go from Goldshire to Stormwind. You can go from Carthanos to Ironforge, whichever. And don't have it connect out anywhere else, right? Just have it be something that we can go back and forth from the main city and the first major little questing hub. Kind of gives you an introduction to flight points and would make some of the stuff in the beginning a little bit easier because you do often have to go and visit the cities. And it is just a lot of running. Like, I would love to go put stuff in my bank, but I'm not going to run up to Thunderbluff to do that. That would be like a huge waste of 15 minutes of my time. But let's find the general goods vendor, we'll sell it to them, and we'll get at least one bag, I think is all we're going to be able to afford. I'm not going to trade my strength totem right now. I don't particularly need it, and I don't want to spend the 4 silver on it. Oh, we can turn in this quest though and see if it chains into anything else, or maybe even gives a cash reward. Wouldn't that be great?
What brings you here?
2 silver, that's not bad. I will take it, happily. Love to get the 8 slot, not going to be able to afford it. Let's get a 5 slot. Pretty soon, we have a quest that we're working on. Well, we're kind of working on it, so that we can learn how to make a Kodo hide bag, which is a 6 slot bag. I'd love to be able to craft our own bag, so I'm only going to buy the 1. Even if we end up with more money. Looks like I did sell all my meat. Whatever, we'll start with this 1 stack. I'd like to have my profession stuff up there. We don't have anything else besides the ruined leather scraps. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah, it's a little bit more space. It's really not a lot of space. What I want to do... can I use these? Chest, legs, or hands, okay. Just a little bit of extra armor. Oh, we have some ruffled feathers we can sell. I didn't see those. Okay, now we're going to set out for the mine. And maybe we won't have to come right back after we're done with that, but I feel like at this point, we're not going to be able to do the big do-it-all in one loop kind of thing like I had anticipated. That's just not something you can often do. Unless you get really lucky and you just have a bunch of bags, then you can probably do it. I've played a lot of healers in my time. It's kind of the thing that I like to do in MMOs. But I've never played a Resto Shaman. My healing experience has been on mostly a holy paladin, but also a little bit on a druid and a little bit on a priest. But I've never main healed on a Resto Shaman. Never really spent a lot of time with the Shaman class in general. I think I have like a level 40 or level 50 Shaman floating around in retail. Obviously these days that doesn't mean a whole lot. That just means I leveled it for a couple hours one day. Okay, here we go. We just need a bunch of workers. Like, we don't even really need to go into the mine. Which is, like, that'd be kind of sad not to go in there, but... But maybe they'll send us in there. Oh, we do. We have a clipboard we have to get. Okay, we're going into the mine. I shouldn't even question it at this point. We should just go in. You guys are all level 8s. We were in combat there for a minute. That was a little weird. A little weird. These guys are all level 8, so we should be relatively safe. Let's get some things going. There we go. And we'll start clearing out these guys here. Yeah, let's eat and drink. I'm going to change this a little bit so I can click to eat and drink. And then we'll put our bandages over here. Well, let's put our bandages here. I don't need to click it as much so it can be a little harder to click. It's fine. And it does look like this is going to be quite an expansive little mine they've got going on here. I don't really know how they managed to do all this without more people noticing and maybe coming out here and stopping them before they had drilled a mile into the mountain. Might have been a good idea. But yeah, I've certainly never been inside of here, and it looks like it could be quite a challenge, especially if you were tackling this at a bit lower level. Like, we got a 2-pull here, and there really wasn't a way to not get the 2-pull. The 2-pull is just what had to happen there. I don't see a way around just kind of pulling everybody one at a time. If we can clear out one wall, we might be able to hug the left wall. But it's questionable, right? And then how long before we get respawns? This food is not very good. it's not very good. It's probably because we made it ourselves. Okay, so far we're doing okay. We don't need any more supervisors. Oh, hi. Oh, we do need workers. And another thing we have to start paying attention to is that we need to carry more water. We're not going to have a lot of water here. We might be able to get back here and get the item we need, though. We'll just start being a lot more mana conservative. Are these all going to be supervisors? Seems like it. We're going to pull him back here a bit for when he runs. Oh, nice. War-torn Shield of Stamina. We're going from a 55 armor shield to a 239 armor shield with stamina and 4 block. That's pretty freaking huge. Oh, look at that. It looks cool. Oh, what are you? Where did you come from? Oh, that is so sweet. Okay. See, that's how you should feel when you get gear, and yeah, obviously that feeling only happens in Classic right now. I mean, we kind of have the ability at this level to be really, really, really mana conservative. Like, we don't need to cast that many spells to take these guys out. We're about to... this might be a 2-pull. We're good if it is. If it is, we'll drop down Stoneclaw Totem to pull one of them. Here we go. Let's go ahead and drop that now. That's distracting the other guy that we're not hitting. Needed to shock him there, didn't really want to waste the mana, but I didn't want him running for that group, so... Should be able to handle this guy with just melee attacks. Our big new shield is going to be offering up a lot more protection, so that's awesome. And there is the clipboard. We did pull this guy. Not a big deal. Okay, and now we can work our way back to the outside. We still need like 7 or 8 workers. I can't math, so we need some workers. And we can get them. Can get them just fine. We'll just be a little cautious here. And now we need to eat and drink and get our mana and health back here. Okay, careful now, we got some respawns popping back up unfortunately before we're able to get ourselves out here. We needed about 60 more seconds before respawns came in to be ideal. Yeah, I should have known that wasn't going to work. That was probably one of the stupider things I've done. Not sure if we're going to get out of this one, but the potion will help. We don't want him getting far, so I'm going to lay that down now. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. He's probably going to go get help. Yep, there he goes. And now we're kind of screwed, so I'm going to make a run for it. We're going to drop this. And hope that slows them down enough for us to maybe get away. Kinda got the bad end of the deal because of the respawns there, otherwise we would have had a great time of things. Think we're gonna drop them, and then we can go back to get the workers we need. There we go. I'm actually surprised and pleased that we were able to get away safely there. Sometimes you don't. Alright, and with this, I think again it's going to be good for us to go ahead and get back to town. We'll head down here and make sure we turn this in where we got it to the NPC on the road and see if he has any follow-ups for us or anything like that. Probably skin some things on the way. And look at that, we got lucky and he's right here by the trailhead. Perfect.
How may I aid you?
I seethe with anger at the thought of the atrocities the venture company is willing to perpetrate against us in the name of profits. My anger is somewhat lessened at the news that the villain Fizz Sprocket is dead. I will go through his personal effects and see if there is any additional information about what the venture company has planned for the future. Thank you for your efforts. We can't use either of these. Let's take the one that'll sell for more. And yeah, like so many plot threads in Classic, this one just kind of ends. And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. What I don't think a lot of people know about WoW is that really early in its development, it didn't have nearly as many quests in the world. It was more like EverQuest, where there were a few quests to get you going, but then there just wasn't a lot. And then eventually they went back and added a bunch of quests, kind of like really last minute, which might explain why some of the chains just kind of seem to peter out into non-existence. Alright guys, we're going to get back to town and we are going to take a little bit of a break for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really do appreciate all the support. I've been having a lot of fun and I hope you all are too. So take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other, and we will see you back in Azeroth sometime soon. Bye now.